see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus.
This is the Trak Racer TRX, and in a world where sim racing cockpits have become boring, it's pretty cool.
I'm a real one, my day ones. Try to speak up, can't say none.
Designed with the help of Formula 1 engineers at Alpine Racing, the Trak Racer TRX has got to be one of the most exciting sim racing products in a while. They've sent it over to me for review, so in this video I'll be telling you all what I do and do not like and why the Trak Racer TRX is so unique. So far in this video, I've referred to this product as the TRX, but it's officially called the Alpine Racing TRX. As mentioned, it was designed in collaboration with the Alpine Racing Formula 1 team, and the guys at Trak Racer even managed to get their logo on their real car in several races, but more explaining that in a future video. Upon its original announcement, the Alpine Racing TRX catch my attention for several reasons, but most prominently for its striking blue color, and I'm happy to announce that upon arrival at my house, this did not disappoint. Most of the chassis is powder coated in a sparkly blue color which glistens under light and looks incredibly unique, especially compared to all of the other cockpits I've previously owned. The Alpine livery is certainly bold and will stand out, so for those who want something a little bit more discreet, the entire chassis is also offered in an all-black version, if you're lame. Made from a tubular frame, the TRX does not only look unique with its sleek styling and appealing curvature, but it was also very easy to assemble. Unlike aluminum profile frames that come in several different parts with T-nuts and bolts everywhere, the TRX fit together by connecting only a few major parts, most of which came with pre-installed bolts for added convenience. My only major gripe when assembling the TRX was on the wheel plate, which does have many moving parts, meticulous instructions, and requires 2 people to put together. Talking about the wheel plate, it along with the pedal deck and seat all come with sliders, allowing you to easily adjust the position of all 3. And adjustability really is the main selling point of the TRX, as not only is everything virtually adjustable, but the entire chassis can be changed from a Formula to a GT seating position and everything in between in just a few minutes with no need for extra tools. For reference, I've had a Nexel Racing FGT Elite for well over a year, and that entire time I've only switched the driving position a total of 2 times because it's such a pain to do so. Now with the TRX, I'm able to achieve the same thing in only around 1 to 2 minutes, which is a massive selling point. The seat can be adjusted up and down by first loosening a knob on either end, and then twisting the handle and moving it to the desired location. 2 more knobs near the middle of the frame add or remove inclination. And finally, the pedals using 4 knobs can be brought up and down to your liking. Altogether, including the adjustability of the monitor stand, shifter mount, and even the individual padding on the seat, makes the TRX the most easily adjustable sim racing cockpit I've ever owned, and by a long shot. However, for me, the biggest drawback of the Trak Racer TRX has got to be its size. Now, I've owned dozens of sim racing cockpits, and this one is easily larger in length, width, and height than any of those. Especially when placed in a Formula seating position where the seat lies further back, this cockpit will take up a significant amount of space, so much so that I won't be able to place it in my bedroom as I was originally planning on doing so. Now, despite its large size, Trak Racer alongside D-Box, a company specializing in motion solutions, have developed a motion platform compatible with the TRX. I had a chance to try this out at one of Trak Racer's offices in Texas, and it is extremely impressive. Significant detail, road surfaces, bumps, and especially gear changes were very prominent, and it really brought the experience to life. The bad news is that with the 4 motion actuators alongside the special base needed to mount the chassis, the price of a full motion Trak Racer TRX, including the cockpit, will easily surpass $10,000. Now, I'm clearly not the target market for that, but if you are, you certainly receive a crazy racing setup. Now, specifically looking at the seat, for me this was one of the most pleasant surprises. The fiberglass shell features the vibrant Alpine livery, which came with no visible imperfections and even a plastic film to protect against shipping. The injection molded foam padding on the front is of nice quality with a beautiful diamond stitched pattern and individual support cushions that can be easily repositioned to best suit your needs. Like the frame, the seat is also of large size, mainly because it's suitable for both GT and Formula seating positions, but it also means that it will adapt perfectly to larger individuals. To my surprise, no butt kicker mount came included, and I'm not sure whether one can be fitted onto this seat or frame. In terms of comfort, I have absolutely no complaints, and I would even argue that this may be one of the most comfortable sim racing seats I've owned to date, and to be fair, I expected it to be at its $600 retail price. Overall though, regarding the seat, I am very impressed. For $99 extra, Trak Racer offers an integrated single monitor stand that will allow you to forego the hassle of dealing with freestanding monitors. I've put this monitor stand to the test using a ridiculous 49-inch super ultra wide, and not only was it easy to assemble, but it has held it up without breaking a sweat. A surprising amount of adjustability is available here, with several mounting holes to adjust the height and even the distance at which it is placed. Overall, unless you're planning on going with a triple monitor setup, I can easily recommend the integrated monitor stand. Now, I've talked a lot about the features and unique aspects of this rig, but ultimately, out on track where it actually matters, does the Alpine Racing TRX really deliver? Ultimately, yes. Starting with the wheel deck, though some flex may be noticeable when yanking up or down on your wheel in an unnatural way, on track and in normal use, no flex is seen and much less felt. Using my 8mm Fanatec GT DD Pro, it felt planted, well secured, and gave me all the feedback I was looking for. And using a much more powerful direct drive system with the Motion rig, again, no problems when it came to rigidity and strength of the wheel deck. And of course, as tradition goes, I of course had to give it the ultimate test.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the most important part of any OC Racing cockpit review. It's the part that my health insurance is not too happy about. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, so there's a lot on the line here. I just want to emphasize, I have a $2,000 monitor, a very expensive sim racing cockpit, and very expensive equipment all around me, not to mention my $4,000 camera and a bunch of gear everywhere. So nobody better say that I don't put everything on the line for these reviews. Anyway. Okay, there we go! Pretty good if you ask me. Now how about on the wheel deck? This is only on the wheel deck, both feet on the wheel deck. Look, Mom, no hands. Okay, now let me down. It passed the test, okay, good.
Now moving on to the pedal deck, and especially when looking on camera, some small amounts of flex are seen on the GT position where the pedals lay flat, with significantly more seen where the pedals were elevated in the Formula position. Now, I don't want to downplay this at all, as visible flex is of course not a good thing, but being completely honest, when racing, it wasn't substantial enough to even become noticeable. The flex is of course a result of the adjustability and immense versatility of this product. It's obvious that you will lose some of that rigidity when fitting everything with sliders and tool-free adjustability. Now, surprising to me though, where I did find the most flex was actually on the shifter mount. Now, despite how hard I bolted it down, when absolutely yanking my sequential shifter, The shifter mount definitely gave noticeable flex. Now, this won't at all be a problem if you're using a regular H pattern or a sequential shifter, but when fitted with stiff load saw handbrakes and higher end sequential shifters like the one I was using in this video, I do worry about the potential flex of this mount. Other than that though, both in a GT and Formula seating position, I had a blast out on track and truly felt comfortable at all times. In conclusion, the Alpine Racing TRX is a truly unique product that is certainly not for everyone. For those who only race in a GT seating position and want maximum rigidity among anything else, an aluminum profile rig will probably be better suited for you. For those who care about size and portability, this is most definitely not for you. And for those on a budget, I'm very sorry to break it to you. The Alpine Racing TRX is for those who value the craftsmanship, cool factor, looks, performance, and convenience of having a sim racing cockpit built in collaboration with an F1 team that allows you to immerse yourself in different race disciplines. For those who want something truly unique, and for those whose racing simulator is equally a showpiece as it is a sim. The Alpine Racing TRX compromises on certain areas that other cockpits do a better job in at a lesser price, but one thing is clear: when it comes to having a truly cool and unique sim racing setup, few competitors even come close to this. Let me know your thoughts on the Alpine Racing TRX down below, and as always, thank you all for watching, stay safe, and have a fantastic rest of your day.